Hey guys, Myles here again with Tactical Hyve, and today I want to talk about target transitions, but something probably a little different than what you've been exposed to. And if you're an experienced shooter, you probably understand that transitions are a simple concept to understand. And even if you are just starting out, you know, transitioning from one target to the next, right? The concept is simple to understand. You're engaging one target, moving on to another target, so on and so forth, right? If you've been shooting for a while, particularly competition, because in competition, everyone is looking for efficiency, looking for maximum speed and accuracy, and they break down everything to really get to that goal, that result. And in doing so, a lot of people work their transitions. There's a lot of different methods, which we're not going to go over a lot of different techniques or anything like that, but this is more of an training approach, an exercise. Maybe you might even call it a drill to help you increase your vision speed. Right? Because that transitions are hugely correlated to how fast you can, or good transitions, how fast you can move your eyes from one target to the next target. And because where your eyes go, your pistol's going to follow. And once you get to a certain level where your eyes go, your shots, generally speaking, are pretty much where you're looking. And so it's very easy or very simple to understand this concept. So wherever maybe you have a target array right in front of you, dry fire targets or perhaps actual targets. You don't have to do this live. It's going to be a dry exercise. But the idea is we're going to be moving our gun from one target to the next, following our eyes. Now, a lot of people already do this. Okay, this is going to be a little different though. So I have a dry gun here, and the idea is, pretend I have two targets down there. I'm going to talk you through this right now and not necessarily look through my sights right now. But let's say you were one target here. I'm going to point at the camera here. You're one target. So I'm looking at you as my first target. And most people, they'll take a shot, dry fire shot, or just simulate taking the shot on their trigger, okay? Maybe they take two shots, and then they look to their next target, and then do the same thing, and then take another shot. I'm going to pretend to do 3 shots and 3 targets. A target over there, you're a second target, and a target over there, right? And notice just kind of how the movement, it'll be a little choppy, but it would be natural in actual competition, or if someone was engaging targets, where you might see a little pause, might be, and I'll say bang to simulate shots. It might be bang, 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 bang. Depending on the distance between targets, the pause might be even longer, right? It might be bang, 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 bang. Of course, the idea when you want efficiency and speed is you want to try to keep your cadence as smooth as possible, as uniform. So like bang, 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 bang. So you don't want any gaps in between. But that's all dictated by different things like the distance of the target, size of the target, and also the distance from one target to the other, right? I wanted to get that out of the way because this drill here is not going to, or this exercise is not going to have you pause to take your shots. In fact, with this exercise, I'm actually going to break that dry fire shot, not even use my finger on the trigger. And why is this the case? Before I show you the exercise, you probably have heard that when we train or when we do anything, we can only focus on one thing. Right? We can only consciously focus on one element, and if we want to improve a skill set, we have to focus just on that element. When people work transitions, typically speaking, this is not for everyone, a lot of people, they will work their transitions also working trigger control. So if you want to really get the most out of your training and your exercise, that honestly isn't the best way, because now your exercise is working trigger control and transitions. You're working your vision. You might be more experienced and can get away with it, but let's just say you're beginning, or you really, really want to refine one of those skills, in this case, transitions. Get rid of the trigger. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. So let's take this out of play, and all we're going to do for this exercise is keep our finger outside of the trigger guard here, right on the frame. Because all we're going to be doing is focusing on transitions and focusing on our eyes, moving from one target to the next target, followed by our sights. Now, keep in mind here, this might be, even though the concept is simple, what we're doing might not be appreciated unless you have a lot of experience, or perhaps you maybe not even unless you're an advanced shooter, right? Because you're going to realize that these little things that sound simple, that everyone thinks they can do, are like it's mastering the basics. It's moving from one target to the next target with my eyes. Those who are more experienced can do it better and faster and more consistently, okay? So it's the same thing that somebody who's beginning is going to do, but someone who's more advanced with more experience can just do it more efficiently. So using this, going back to what I was saying, we're not going to even worry about the trigger. And what we're going to do is we're going to pretend there are 3 targets again, all right? 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get my sights on one target. I'm not even worried about the trigger. I'm focusing on my sights or red dot if you're using a red dot, and I'm looking at my target. I'm not even worrying about stance right now or anything like that. I just want to focus on what we're covering right now. And all I'm going to do is, instead of having my gun pause, typically what people do when they're taking shots, they do that because they're working trigger control as well, okay? But we're just working on vision and transition. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you the motion of the gun first, then I'll explain what I'm doing here, okay? All right, and then maybe I go back. Okay, notice how the gun did not stop. The idea here, and I'll explain what I'm doing, is if this is the first target, right, I'm working just on vision and transitions. I now begin to move the gun, but only after I look at my second target. So that you're my second target. So I look at my second target, and once the gun starts moving, I am not going to let it stop. And I'll talk about this slowly right now. I'll move very slow. So I look at the second target, gun starts moving. I keep my eyes on the second target until my sights are on the second target. Once they're superimposed, I have that flash picture right here. That's when I would break my shots. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to start over here again. I look at second target. I'm going to keep the gun moving. It's over my second target. Now I look at my third target and keep it moving. And once it's aligned with my third target, that's the end of that repetition. Maybe I go the other way here. I'm lined up with my target. I look at my second target and I keep the gun moving. Superimposed. Right now it's right here aligned with you. I'm only stopping to explain it. I'll do it again. I move my eyes to the third target and my sights are now lined up, and that is the end of that rep. The idea here is we are not stopping. Okay, we are focusing on one thing, and that is building our vision speed, being able to see more efficiently and faster, and working our transitions. And anyone, again, as I mentioned, anyone who's been shooting a lot and works a lot of transitions and works on speed and accuracy, you're going to realize that one of the keys is looking at their next target quickly and getting your gun there quickly, and then breaking the shot once your sights are lined up with that target and moving on. Again, moving on right away, not waiting. And so I'm doing this slow right here, where I'm looking at the second target, it's past you, I look at the third target, and now it's lined up. I am not stopping. The gun does not stop. And notice the pace I'm doing. I'm starting slow. I'm here, look at second target, third target, and then we can keep on doing this. But the idea is I move my eyes only after I'm lined up with my target, because that simulates I took the shot. After I break the shot, now I can look at my other target. Okay, I'm not wearing eye pro so you can see my eyes here. And you can, once you get better, then you would speed it up. I would break the shot, look here, and I look at the other target, and when it's lined up, I've already finished a successful rep. Now you can imagine, and maybe you've seen this, I've seen some grandmaster shooters do this in competition, is because it's clearly they understand the concept here. They're not pulling the trigger, all they're doing, sometimes you'll see them at a stage where literally they are not pulling the trigger and they don't stop, they don't do this, they don't go pop, 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 no. You just see them do this. And they're looking at the targets. But that is working their eyes, their vision, all right? So I highly recommend this. This is something that I've added to my repertoire in my training regimen, and it's been helping immensely. And the idea here is because no longer am I worrying also about trigger control, I'm just hyper-focused on vision and transitions, okay, which go hand in hand. So guys, give that a try. If you do give it some time, I guarantee you your transitions are going to be faster and you're going to be more accurate. Right? So if you guys like that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.